I believe the way we spend our money reveals who we are as well as who we want to be.
Do you like brands?
Yeah, I love brands. Hugo Boss, Armani.
By day we're wearing pretty much not labels. By night we're wearing Ralph Lauren.
Oh, wait a minute. Nespressos.
It's a treat for my husband.
Have we caught you shopping?
You've caught me doing some guilty shopping, yes.
You spent £133 on skin products. Yeah.
I come from a family of Liverpool chicken traders, and I was brought up knowing how to make money and how to enjoy money, and most importantly of all, never ever to be embarrassed talking about money, which is all bottom-clenchingly un-British. But that's me. I love having money and spending it on my homes, travel, clothes, and spoiling family and friends. I'd rather work hard at what I do well and pay staff to do the rest.
Thank you, darling.
And what baffles me is, while most people are incredibly secretive about their own money, they're fabulously opinionated about how other people spend theirs. So I'm off around the country to probe, pry and ask awkward questions of the sort of people we like to judge. In fact, the sort of people we love to hate. OK, first up, Charlotte. She is the perfect punch bag. She's on benefits, one of 2 million single parents in the UK. She's 2 small children and another baby is on the way. She's been threatened with eviction twice. She's in debt for thousands. How did she get in such a pickle? Why? I've come to Milton Keynes to spend some time with Charlotte at her home.
Come on then, lads. Let's go.
Oh, I love the fridge.
What attracted me to this fridge, personally, was the fact the water dispenser's there and the light on the fridge. I know it sounds silly, but when you open it up, it makes my freezer blue. So that's what attracted me to the freezer.
What's the advantage of making your freezer look blue?
I don't know. I think it's just when at night when you want an ice cream or something, you could just go in the bottom of your drawer and get that ice cream out.
Charlotte receives £213 a week. The only way she could afford a fridge with a blue light was to go to a company offering hire purchase at catastrophic interest rates.
It should have cost you
£980, but all in all it cost me about £2,000 over 3 years.
That's a very expensive fridge.
Yeah, so it's very worth a lot of money to me.
Charlotte, what would you say to people who think she's on benefits? What she's spending money on a snazzy fridge with a water dispenser and blue light?
Just because I'm on benefits, why shouldn't I have the nicer things in life? It got me into a financial difficulty, obviously, but at the same time, I've now owned what I dreamed of owning, which was a luxury fridge freezer.
The fridge was the start. Charlotte went on to furnish her entire flat the same way.
They gave me everything I wanted in terms of a TV, washing machine, cooker, fridge freezer, sofa, things that I would not generally be able to afford. It made me feel awesome because when my friends come in, they'd call me posh, which made me feel a bit like a footballer's wife because I had everything that I could possibly dream of from there, including a tablet, and I could have still kept adding on because I was a good customer.
Hire purchase companies can charge up to 90% on repayments. Charlotte couldn't keep up.
And what was the first sign that you were out of your debts?
By the time I was in arrears with them by nearly £500, I was looking at eviction as well, so I just decided I needed money to keep a roof over my head. So I, in the end, gave all the stuff back to them. It was a bit gutting because obviously I had everything I'd ever dreamed of, and to have to give it back, it's swallowing a bit of pride.
Charlotte's housing association gave her a grant to replace the basics. Now, though, she's stuck with £5,000 worth of debt and is being chased by bailiffs. But she still has that fridge.
Can I have a look?
Yeah, by all means, go for it.
It's a very empty fridge.
Has this spree of financial madness taught Charlotte a lesson? Or is she still spending wildly beyond her means?
Things like pizza do you get?
Yeah, but not from in here. I don't really like valued products as such. They have to have a brand.
What do you mean you don't like valued products?
Basically, like, I wouldn't buy these sausages because they're the Co-op Loved by You.
But it's really good value. You can buy 2 for £3.
Yeah, but it's the texture of the taste of them. The green bits in the actual food is disgusting. As whereas with Richmond, you get what it says on the packet. Butter, I'd go for Anchor.
Frankly, Charlotte's not interested in budget shopping. She refuses to buy supermarket own brands, and it's not just food.
What about loo rolls?
Yeah, I only use Anzarex because value toilet roll is like straw on your bum. It's not a very nice feeling. You've got to have a nice wipe to your clean bum.
It is an advertiser's dream.
It's Heinz all the way because I'm not going to buy these ones because they taste like plastic.
There you go. Despite huge debt, Charlotte won't compromise.
I've burnt her dinner.
She's determined to have the life she feels she and her children deserve.
They're going to grow up to see celebrities just like I have with all their Top Gear stuff. And obviously, we're then at home with what we can afford struggling. Yeah. It winds me up when people can flash their money, like go into a store, put it on their credit cards. Like footballers, they wind me up quite a fair bit. And then there's models, obviously other celebrities.
Ageing television presenters.
Yeah, even some people like yourself.
Like me?
Yeah, because you've obviously had a very well start off in life. So, you know, you've managed to get into the celebrity business. Like, I can't afford to go and buy a £200 pair of Ugg boots. Like,
I wouldn't have Ugg boots.
I don't know. Anything that's expensive, I can't afford things like that. Like, you don't see Kanye West or Kim Kardashian having to go shop in Primark because they can't afford to go and buy clothes in Prada.
And I don't suppose you see Kim in the Co-op when you go?
No, of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't catch her in there, would you?
Charlotte, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you. See ya.
Wow, get someone to talk money and you soon know who they are. Charlotte is a born spender. She has a sort of rampant need to have what she wants, even when the bailiffs are knocking at the door. Is she irresponsible? Of course she is. But just hold your horses before you judge. Is she any worse than someone whose credit cards are now unusable or who has a mortgage there's no hope of being paid off?
Charlotte is a symbol of the culture of having it now and paying for it later. But what about those who can afford it? Those who can shop in a way that Charlotte can only dream of? I'm in Bond Street.
I know the area so well, I could be a London cabbie. We are currently circling my mothership. Louis Vuitton on the left, Chanel opposite it. It's shopping heaven.
Shopping, in fact, is now a major national pastime. It's estimated the average person spends the equivalent of 18 days a year going shopping. I've always loved it.
Hermes, where's it moved? My God, that's a big change in my life. Do you understand how enormous that is?
If you were critical of Charlotte spending beyond her means, there's every chance you also tut-tut at those spending with abandon. In which case, my next spender is really going to annoy you.
This is my part of London.
I'm shopping with Laura. She's 32, a wildly successful entrepreneur. She's set up a business. It helps corporations market their products through bloggers.
How much do you love shopping?
I love shopping a lot. It's a big part of my life.
Her company is worth more than £2 million, which means Laura can afford to shop with her own stylist.
I brought Simon with me because I'm not good with colour.
She looks fabulous in it.
What do you need today?
I've got a fairly extensive wardrobe, so I wouldn't go as far as need. I'm always on the lookout for stuff that's fun.
We're seeing more and more Lauras as the wealth gap widens. Every decade, another 10,000 people become millionaires. Laura's young, she's rich. What's she doing with all that money?
Oh, I like that. It's sort of long at the back, so that covers my bum, if you will.
And what are you thinking?
I'd like to try it on.
What's Laura's mission?
I love this because look at the waist on that.
She's not hunting for a bargain because she's not even mildly curious about price tags.
And price?
£285.
That's not bad for what it is.
What is it?
A label. Obviously, they are recognisable.
Is it a good or a bad thing that they're recognisable?
For me, it's a good thing because I might be meeting with people who work in fashion who will think, that's the latest X bag or X dress. When I walk into a meeting and I've got a certain piece on, I just feel it gives me a certain edge.
When Laura says edge, what she's talking about is power, a look that will pay off in the boardroom. She's on her way up. She's her own boss. She needs to stand out.
Oh my goodness!
That's the one for you.
A comedy handbag for £300. Tick.
That's so fun.
3 weeks food shopping for an average family. Tick.
OK, I'm going to have a look in the mirror.
She won't be able to resist that. Bless.
For Laura, it's all about adding to her wow factor.
How much? 285.
OK.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Oh, wow, I love it. This piece is cool because the cut is very contemporary. It's versatile as well. This collar can come off.
That's 755.
For 2 coats.
2 at the price of 1.
One,
The detachable
one
collar.
with the collar and one without.
Cheap as chips.
Every item needs to give her a distinctive image.
How does that make you feel?
Like a laid-back Bond girl off duty.
This is very good for me in meetings. It's lightweight, you can move it around. That's good for pointing and reaching if I'm giving a presentation.
It's something that I would feel delighted to wear to a meeting. It's got long sleeves, it's waistline appropriate, and yet it is quite wow.
Will she be as delighted when she looks at the total?
So that will be 1,305.
The till bit's revealing. A compulsive shopper will wince and gulp. Laura's response is the opposite.
Thank you. This is a debit card. Yes. I just don't believe in credit cards. If I've got the money, I'm sort of happy to spend it. I've worked hard for this. This is my reward. Can't put a price on love, Anne.
You cannot.
For Laura, shopping is about capturing the right image. What she and Charlotte have in common is they are both born spenders, driven by the need to show the world they're on the way up. Money. We all use it, but how we spend it naturally divides us. And in that very British way, families tend to keep their spending secret. But what if they had to reveal every last detail? I've asked 2 families to be open about their finances. How will each family justify their spending to each other, and what judgments will they make? Meet the Advocates. Claire is 47 and her husband Paul is 51. They live in Malvern and have 4 children.
Morning. Hiya.
The Advocates' income is £25,000 a year.
These are H&M, but here they're $3.99. Right bargain.
A little has to go a long way.
Quite like that. 99p bargain. Our overdraft is our big, big friend. We just chip away at it. Big wallet, no money.
Claire works part-time as a beauty therapist. Paul's full-time job is in a local engineering company.
I think we're working and we're just treading water. We're not on the poverty line, but we're not far off.
It's not easy to feed a family of 6.
49p, down from £1. 99p bargain. I hate paying full price for anything.
I'm sending Claire, the seasoned bargain hunter, to Northampton for 3 days to ruthlessly examine the budget of the Stevens family.
Oh, wow.
Their spending is totally different to hers.
I think they've got more money than me and Paul.
Before Claire meets the Stevens, she has a chance to snoop around the house.
Yay, they've got children, 7-year-old. Work that out.
That's it, Claire, eyes peeled.
So you get lots of holidays by the look of it. This is the kitchen. Oh my gosh. That's not reduced. And 2 for £6. That's so expensive. Oh wow. It's got PlayStation 3. That's an iPad, isn't it?
It's reckoned the average family spends around £400 a year on technology for their children.
PS4, PS3.
The Stevens bill is around £4,000.
Oh my gosh, look at this. MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. It's like surround sound TV. This house makes me feel a bit a bit primitive, really. We just feel quite poor.
Having had a good look round, Claire's been left with a detailed breakdown of the family finances.
Total household income £100,000. Total savings £10,000. We've got 10p.
In a nutshell, the Stephens earn more than 4 times as much as the Addicots, and they spend with relish.
Birthdays £400 to £500. Gosh, what do they need? The kids love their Apple technology, and it's important that they have the same as their friends so that they can fit in and feel part of the crowd. I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. How can you... No way! So they're not going to be liked by friends for who they are, only for the technology they've got. I'm a bit shocked about that, actually.
And the Stephens have big plans for their future.
We would like an extra £50,000 a year to send our children to private school. It's almost what I paid, the original mortgage for my house, to send the children to private school. No.
Claire is about to meet the Stephens family. Darren is back with the children, whilst Mum Tabitha is still hard at work, 100 miles away.
Hi, I'm Claire. Hi, Darren. Hello, Abigail. Hello, Gabriel.
Have you look around?
I've had a good look around. Oh, yes. Very nice.
Tesco's here.
Because she works long hours, Darren's wife Tabitha buys the food online.
Gabe, come and bring these eggs in the other room, mate.
This is so stupid!
Come on!
The Stephens don't need to shop for a bargain, unlike Claire.
I shop in Lidl or Morrison's, and I just buy supermarkets own, just cheapest.
I don't really go into supermarkets, but if I do, there's a Waitrose around the corner. You've not got the same kind of people serving you in Waitrose as you do in Asda. Now, that sounds elitist, but the whole shopping experience, for me, has to be one that I will enjoy. Because I don't like shopping, I don't want to go there.
I don't like shopping, but I've got to feed the family. Darren will only go to Waitrose.